Hi guys, this is Sarah from Cosplay.com. Today we have a special feature. We are doing an interview with Miranda AKA Saylum. She's an amazing cosplayer, and this has been a long time coming, and I finally got time to get a hold of her. But yeah, so hi Miranda, thank you so much for joining us today. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I am 18. I've been cosplaying now for 3 years. Actually, Saturday will be my 3rd year anniversary because that's when I first went to WonderCon. And Lara was my first cosplay that I really ever seriously did. And yeah, a little bit easy. I do actually rock climb, and I do archery, and I ride horses, and I'm very athletic, and I'm all over the place.
That is awesome. That's just like Lara. That's perfect. So yeah, I've seen you around, and I'm like, okay, so I have to interview this girl. I was really extremely impressed with your costume. I was like, okay, so I have to interview this girl. So next question is, why do you cosplay Lara Croft, and what does it mean to you? Like, it kind of also falls into the same category of like, how did you first hear about her?
Laura's always really been in my life ever since I was little. My mom used to play the originals on the PlayStation 1, and me and my sister used to she'd be in like a chair, and we'd sit on either side of her, and we'd watch her play. And it was always, Mommy, you need a Medipack. And, that's what I used to say. Like, I didn't really know what was going on, but, like, Laura's always been a part of it. And when my mom stopped playing, my sister took up the mantle, and I would always be there, like, helping her, watching her play, or going online to look up cheats. Because, that game was scary. So, she's always been in my life, and then, I never really thought, I've always looked up to her, kind of, like, as, like, a secret hero, almost, like, I wish I could be here. And I always loved the movies, like growing up, like that was my favorite thing. And then this new game came out, and I was like, I can do that. Like, it's younger Laura, like she's not like this super, like, I mean, she's still fit and all, but like she doesn't have like the short shorts, and she's not like super pulled together. It's just, it was like a different side of Laura. And I was like, I want to do that. I want, I can be her type of a thing. And, she means a lot to me, because it's like a strong female girl that you can like look up to and just be like, like, I don't know, she's always been something for me. And then, like, I have the comic books and stuff like that, like the old ones, like, I love her. She's like a hero.
That's awesome. Next question is, when did you first get actually you kind of already answered this, like when did you first get into cosplay, but like how did you approach like assembling the outfits and everything, like what like if you can go into as much detail as possible, we'd love that.
Yeah. I kind of, like, I didn't have a console at the time so that I could play the game, but, like, the day that the game came out, I was on YouTube, and I was watching other people playing it, and, just, like, learning everything and, like, watching everything that happened. And I didn't know too much, because the first con that I went to was in WonderCon, and it was, I'm in California, so we have a whole bunch of different cons here, but it started at, like, the beginning, or the con was at the end of March, and the game had just came out in the beginning of March. So, like, I didn't really know completely what she looked like. I was like, well, she has a blue top, and she has these pants, and, she has some bandages, and she's wearing boots. And then, she kind of has, like, this holster belt thing. And immediately I was like, how do I do this? Like, this is my first cosplay. And I went to your site. Like, you're really the only reason why I pulled this together, because I had no idea what I was doing. I was like, how do I do this? And then I found your site, and I was like, it has this, and I need this, and like you're turning out. I think that your website was up on my computer just like 24 hours a day, all the time. I pulled this together because I was like, how do I do this? And like I have older pictures of my first cosplay, like the top is too light, and like I'm not very dirty. Like I was kind of like, I didn't realize how dirty she got, so I was like, I'm just gonna smudge a little bit here. And I got like a really good reaction to it, and a lot of people were like, oh, you're a Tomb Raider. Like, not everybody knew who I was because the game just came out, but like, people were like, oh, like, and they got really excited. I was like, wow, this is cool. And then I got the game myself and I played it and I was like, okay, updates. I need updates. And then you guys like officially had everything out, like the earrings and like the different bow and the different upgrades and like how like her shirt rips. Like I have all of that. Like this shirt
is accurate. Oh my gosh.
So torn up. It's ridiculous. Like I can't even. My mom's like, you needed a different shirt. I was like, no, this is accurate. And my friend was actually kind enough. He got me he had the guidebook, and this is the like legit necklace.
Oh yeah, I have the same one.
That she has, and you know, like originally I had just gotten a piece of paper and like I drew on it and I was like, this is her necklace. But just updating, like I dyed my shirt, I watched your video, I was like, okay, she got this kind of dye and she did this. So then I did it. So I was like, okay, so I dyed my shirt. I made everything super dirty, and then like certain things I couldn't get, like the watch. This is a cap. It's a bottle cap.
Oh my gosh.
I just painted it to the reference that you put on there, and then I sewed, this is elastic, on here. So
wow.
I made the watch, and I made the watch. And then when it came to props, you know, at first I had the first bow that she has, and I was like, you know, I'm getting tired of that. So I actually have it with me. I made the bow out of PVC pipe, and I just kind of, I don't know if you can see the detailing, I just painted it, and I made it how it was, and it's a working bow. Like, I do archery, but it has a good tool on it. And then, you know, I watched your video on how to make the tips, and I made the tip.
Yes, oh my gosh, it looks amazing. It's like, I told everybody in the video, I was like, listen, so I don't know how to paint, so you're on your own for that part.
I draw and paint in general, but I just looked up all the photos that you had and then a couple off the internet, and I was like, okay, so it's kind of just like squiggly and then little things on the side. It works. So, and then the shotgun, I watched your shotgun video and I tried to find that little shotgun that you made, and I found it, but I didn't really like it, so I was like, you know, I kind of I want one that's really gonna work. So this is
design on it too. It was not accurate with the designs on it. It was not good, but I was like, yeah, this is the closest thing I found. So, yeah.
And besides that, I was like, how am I supposed to make this? So I totally winged this, and it's the foam, like how you made out of the axe.
Yeah.
And I did the base. I got the basic shape. I carved it down so that it's like smooth like a handle, and then it's 2 foam pieces that come through here, and then this is toilet paper rolls and stuff like that, and then I paper mache'd it lightly, and this is the final thing. And then I have hooks on the back of it.
Oh my gosh.
And it literally just hooks, and it just sits right here. So when I go trooping with like cons and stuff like that, I have this down here, I have my shotgun, and then I have my bow, because unfortunately, like the game, I can't just switch. And then I'm working on right now the assault rifle, like the most upgraded one, out of EVA foam.
Oh my god, you have to make a tutorial for that.
I'm trying to take pictures, because I have like a Dremel, and then it's just like you get a PVC pipe for the length that you want it, and then you cut it into the shape, carve out part of it, put it down, so like glue it together so that it has the weight, and then you just add EVA foam on it with like hot glue or contact cement. You seal it, and then you can paint it, and it's really, really hardy, and like you won't get in trouble when you're at the cons with it.
That's amazing.
Really, really hardy. I'm working on it right now, or else I would have brought it.
That's amazing. We have to see how that's made, because you know, my skills are not developed far enough to actually make stuff out of EVA foam, and you know, I'm pretty much just foam board, and we need that. We need like that next step. You know,
the board is amazing. Like, I'm gonna remake my axe out of EVA foam, just because, you know, I made it out of the foam board. But sometimes, like, I literally put Velcro on my pants, and then I have the hook that it hangs off of, and I like Velcroed it so it stays to my leg. But if like little kids want pictures and I like bend down to take pictures with them, sometimes it'll hook on my leg, or I've been walking past people and it'll hook on their leg, and then I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, I've almost broken the really thin part off before, and I'm like, I can't do that anymore.
So what about anything else that you've made, like, you know, you want to tell us about, like?
Let's see. I I made everything. I made the axe, I made the bow, I made the shotgun, I'm making the rifle, I made the handgun. Like I think I've made like 3 or 4 handguns just from like beginning. Like I had soft foam and I just covered it in masking tape and then I taped it because like I didn't have enough money to get an airsoft gun. And then I was like, okay, you know, like I could repaint it. So at first I did like her original gun, and then I was like, oh, I'm gonna repaint it, make her like her different gun. And I was like, I don't like this one anymore. So then I did the anniversary cosplay, of course with the help of your website, because I had no idea what I was doing, and I made 2 of them. So I just took one of those, and then that was my other gun. But recently, I had a lot of photographers telling me, they're like, oh, can you get like a more legit gun? And I was like, yeah, it's about time. So I went to a airsoft place. And the link on your website, I swear, like, the website saved me.
It's our Bible.
Yes! It's the Tomb Raider Bible. And I got one of the guns from the Boneyard. It was like $10. Yeah. And it works perfectly. I haven't had to paint it. I did have to, like, stuff it. It's not really stuffed, but I do take it to cons, so yeah. It's stuffed. And, you know, it works. It's great.
That's awesome.
And then, I made the pouches. I sewed them. I actually need to make them like thicker, because they kind of like the fabric I used is kind of flimsy, so I got to make them thicker. But like I ended up putting like my keys in there. I have the taller green one. I put the fake blood in it because during my arm, like I reapply during the day because it comes off sometimes. Mm-hmm. And then I made my holster, but I need to remake it because it's not as legit as I want it to. I actually used I had leather laying around. And then because I ride horses, we had stirrup straps, and stirrup straps are what the stirrups hang from, and it was really old brittle stuff that it was like unsafe for riding, and it has holes punched in it, and then it has like the keeper that it goes in. So I kind of just cut that, and then I like sewed it onto, so like that's what goes around here, and then I just used another one that I had, and I used that for going around my leg. Awesome. So it's like shimmied together, but it works, so I'm not gonna complain.
Oh, absolutely, your stuff always looks amazing. Like I always tell people, like it's like she's ripped out of the game and put into our lives.
And then for anybody who's wondering, I use, and this has been a secret, I've been told not to do it, but you know, the Tomb Raider community, if they want to use it, it's the brand Basic. It is brown. It is the brown paint and it's like umber or something like that, but it's a dark brown paint and it looks exactly like mud. And the thing with the Basic brand is that when it dries, it's waterproof and it's like rubbery. So when you smear it on you, it comes off like real mud. I'm not gonna lie, like it does suffocate you a little bit, but I think my skin's really used to it because I have this scarring liquid that I use, the rigid collagen, whatever, I can't pronounce that right. I use that for the stuff right here, and then I use liquid latex. I'm actually allergic to it, but I'm like, it's for Lara, I gotta do it. So I do like here, and then like little cuts that like stand up so that it looks like scars. Yeah. And then what I do before I take a lot of the thing is I'll take some of the paint and I'll put it in water, I'll mix it, I'll get a spray bottle. And then I spray it and I let it run down and I let it dry so it looks like water and mud has gotten on me, and I spray that all right here. I spray it on my face so it gives exactly the type of look that she has. Yeah. And then I take stuff in my hands and I just do this and you just, you know, man, that's so awesome. You know, I get filthy, and then throughout the day it rubs off like real mud would. It's not just like patchy like paint, like it rubs off exactly like it would, so it looks like I've been rolling around in mud. Like a lot of people are like, what do you use? I'm like, I use paint. And they're like, really? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, I know the one thing I've had a problem with is photography itself, because there's so much light in some of my photos that you can't see that I'm filthy. So definitely cake it on, you know, if you don't have a good camera. That's yeah. What is your favorite Tomb Raider outfit? Like, even if you haven't done it.
I've been looking at the newest game outfit. I like it, but for me, because I'm in California, it's hot out here. So that's definitely going to be a winter cosplay. You have, like, out here, you have your summer cosplays, you have your winter cosplays. Because, like, you wear something like that with a big coat here, you're going to die. Like, you're going to be melting. Like, I can't do that. So I like her new one, but definitely just her standard one for this one is my favorite. And then of course, you know, I love her original, like the blue top and the shorts. Man, I gotta get in better shape before I do that one again.
Same here.
You know, and props to you, girl. I saw your pictures where you're wearing the Japanese, the dress, the black dress. You go, Sarah.
Oh my god, I was so nervous. I can't, like, we were at the con, and before that we were at the hotel room. You know, I was getting ready with Jen, Megan, and Annie. I was like, guys, please tell me if I look ridiculous. Don't let me walk out of there like that.
You looked so good. I was like, oh my god, did you go barefoot?
Oh no, I had my shoes.
Oh, you had your shoes?
Yeah.
My friend Sydney, she's in some of my pictures. She does sand. She legit was like, she brought flip-flops, but she's like, I'm just going barefoot. And we walked around the con, and she was barefoot. And I was like,
oh my god.
Okay, you sweetie.
I would have taken, actually now I regret it, because I wanted to like take them off for the photo shoots, but then again, they didn't really take full body shots of us. They just took, like, you know, this half body, you know, the Xbox photographers there, and you know, when you typically take photos with people, you're always like half body or like, you know, close up.
Like Sydney, like she did at first bring shoes, and she just kicked them off. She's like, no, I don't want them. I was like, okay. So it worked, and then she had me at one point. She's like, hey, pick me up. I was like, what? She's like, pick me up. I was like, oh, okay. So like I did it, and like I was like holding her for the photos, and like there's a couple of photos where like she's on the floor, and the people are like, you know, like you're her best friend, you know, and I'm like, okay.
I saw that. Oh my god, that was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I'm actually supposed to be Sam for a fan film, and the leading lady, Annie. I'm not gonna do that to her. She's not, like, she can't, like, I wouldn't do that to her. I wouldn't be like, carry me, because I'm pretty sure I've got like 30 pounds on her. I would kill her. Oh my god. But yeah, so yeah, I was really impressed with the Sam photo shoot too. That was pretty cool.
We had a lot of fun burning the dress and just doing like the marks and stuff like that. Like she did really, really good on it. Like she's precision to detail.
I was really impressed. That was like the perfect Sam cosplay. Just absolutely amazing.
I will let her know.
She was the cherry on top of your cake, you know, like, you know, it was perfect. Like Lara, Sam, perfect. Next question is, ooh, good one. How do your friends and family feel about your cosplay? Do they think it's weird? Are they supportive? Do they like freak out when they see you in full costume?
My mom at first was very, she's always been extremely supportive. Like, I love her. Like, she's like, okay, you want to do this, you know? But she's kind of like my manager in a way. She's like, time-wise, she's like, I don't want you stressing yourself out, and, you know, like, you know, you got to do this. And sometimes I haven't listened to her, and, you know, I regret it. I have to go back to her, and I'm like, Mom, you know, like, I should have listened to you. But, like, she's always supported me through it. And at first, when I first did the dirty, like, it's been a progression of getting dirtier. Because at first it was like, oh, little mark, oh, little mark. And then I was kind of like, spray, spray, spray. And then I was like, you know, all down my... And she was like, aren't you a little bit too dirty? And I was just like, nope, you don't even know. You don't even know, Mom. And, like, even now, like, she'll raise her eyebrows at me a couple times. But what was really funny was this morning, because I'm at my sister's house right now because I don't have a computer. She saw me and she's like, so what are you doing? I was like, oh, well, I'm going over to do an interview with Sarah, you know, blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm over here gushing. And she's like, so that's what you're wearing? And I was like, yeah. And she's like, you're not going to get dirty? And I was like, no. And she's like, okay, you're the one who likes getting dirty. Like, she questioned me on it because I'm not used to seeing me clean in this cosplay. And yet she'll go over to her, like, she has pictures of me, like, on her computer at work. And she's just like, yeah, that's my daughter. Look how dirty she is. Like, I'm like, okay, Mom, you know. But when I first started posting pictures, like, on my Facebook and stuff like that, like, I had family friends. And at one point, one of them messaged me, and they're like, Miranda, sweetie, what are all these photos that you're posting? And, you know, you have guns and you're dirty. Like, are you okay? I was like,
They must have thought that you were like you gone rogue or something.
I was like, no, I'm fine. It's a costume. And now, like, a lot of people, a lot of my friends and family, like, they see it, and, like, even my coworkers are like, yeah, like, that's so cool. Like, that doesn't even look like you. So I haven't had a bad, you know, turn. Actually, my uncle at one point, he printed out a photo of me, and he went to my cousin who's a girl, and he was like, does her mom know that she's doing this? Like, holding up the picture. And my cousin was like, yeah, no, she totally knows. And I told my mom that.
That's why it's because it's like so realistic. I think like if you were wearing like an armored costume, people would be like, oh, she's in costume. But because it's so realistic and you're wearing real clothes, people are like, oh my god, what happened to Miranda?
And then I have all this stuff hanging off of me, like trying to go through weapons check at cons. I'm like, okay, this is gonna take a couple minutes. Let me take my bow off. Let me take this. Here's my handgun. Here's my axe. Like all this stuff, and they're like, you know, like marking it off. I'm like, okay, thank you. And then like I walk away, but like people see me. Like I've gone into Target. I've gone into In-N-Out, drive-throughs, just driving. Like the looks that I get from people are just like. You okay? Like I literally one time I was walking. I was with Sydney and we had just done a photo shoot and I was like, okay, you know, let's go to Target. I'm used to wearing this. Like this is a really comfortable cosplay. I forget that I'm filthy dirty. You know, like I have like blood going down my arm that looks real. And I walked in and this lady came up to me and she's like, sweetie, look, are you okay? Immediately I was like, yeah. Can you tell me the aisle that have the bandages and hydrogen peroxide in it? And she was like, that aisle. And I like walked back and I was like, sweetie, I'm playing like this is all makeup. And she's like, oh, okay, I was really worried. I was like, I'm so sorry.
Gosh. Yeah. See, this is when you know, when you can fool people like that, you know you're doing it right.
It works, but my family, my friends are pretty much used to it at this point. They're like, oh, yeah, that's normal. And I'm like, okay. So yeah.
Oh my gosh. What is your what do you think of the movies, by the way?
I love them. The second one, you know, it's a little bit iffy. I still love like Angelina Jolie as Lara, like movie wise. I still always see her as Lara because, you know, just growing up, that was my favorite movie. Like, I absolutely love it. I'm like, she's a Tomb Raider, you know, like, she goes in and she does this, and, you know, I love them, personally. Like, even the second one, you know, it's not always as good, but I still really love it. Like, it was a good movie.
Definitely. That's the way I feel about them, too. It's like, they like, every incarnation of Lara Croft has its own charms, so I kind of feel like I love every game, I love every movie, I love every book, every comic. You know what I mean? It's like every incarnation has its own thing, and you know. But people hold them up to like too much high standards or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree with that. People they do that, but it's like they have to understand that every single one is different. Like you can't compare the anniversary Lara to the new Lara because the new Lara hasn't gone through the stuff that the current Lara has. So it's, you know, you have to evenly compare them.
In the games that you've played or gotten the chance to play, what is your favorite boss fight / puzzle like in your game?
Ooh. Definitely the new Tomb Raider. The only thing that I was disappointed about is that there weren't very many puzzles. Like you had the tombs, but I think I only had a hard time with like one of the tombs, but I was like, you know, that's okay. Definitely Anniversary, T-Rex, T-Rex and Centaurs. Those are my two favorite. I remember watching my sister playing them, and I remember her playing them in the old games, and we just had the hardest time to like, how do we do this? How do we figure it out? I mean, she always did it. She always beat it. Like, props to her because she's all Tomb Raider. But in the newer games, the T-Rex, like I love the adrenaline rush, and then you know, you like back into it, and then you know like the parts where like if you mess up, like it'll throw her. It's like oh my gosh type of thing. But like the Centaurs, I think that one's my favorite, because it's like the grapple and then you hold it and then you have to like it shoots it and then you have to like quick shoot it. Like definitely that one's probably my favorite. And then puzzle-wise is when you're in Greece and you have all the different rooms to go in, and then there's probably the fire one. Like, again, watching my sister play that, like, I was like, I gotta play this, and eventually I worked myself up to it, because believe it or not, I'm a really big coward, and when I'll be playing and I'll freak out because I don't like it when things jump out at me. So, like, I'm one of the ones who, when I'm playing, like, guns constantly, like, no matter where I go, like, the guns are always out.
Awesome.
I can't handle having stuff jump at me, because my sister, like, she'll be playing, and, like, something, like, will, like, pop out, and she's like, okay, like, she'll turn around. And then there are other times where, like, something will pop out, like Egypt. I hate Egypt so much because of the cat mummies. I will say it, I'm a big coward when it comes to that level. I always made my sister play it, 1, because it's the longest, and 2, because I don't like those cat thingies, because, you know, like, you'll be climbing up a ladder and you'll stop and, like, you see one in a corner and you're like, do I have to go into this room? I don't want to. But, you know, it works. But yeah, definitely the flame one, and then the one with the swords, because you go and, like, they pop up and then, like, you have to run, but it's once you grab the object, or I think it's a key, and then you come out, you start falling from the roof. Like, I can't tell you how many times I've died playing that level. Like, it does not work.
and in the Tomb Raider the first one, in Tomb Raider 1, it used to always, like, when I first started playing, the bear, like, gave me a heart attack the first time I saw him, because he just comes out of nowhere and he's like,
Yep. Something that I remember in the old ones is me and my sister playing, like, they would play, like, freaky music, and nothing would happen. And then the music would turn off, and then something would come out. Or my sister, like, we always make fun of this because it was so pixelated, is you'd be, like, it'd be super open, and you see, like, a floating block, and you're like, what is that? You go close, it'd be a gorilla, and then you die. Like, you know, and then, I don't know if you remember going into the water, and there'd be, like, piranhas.
Yes. Oh my god.
You can't even shoot them or anything. Or, like, the one with where you have to beat the shark, and then there'd be spiders, like...
The boulder, like, the boulder coming down when you're trying to go up a hallway, and it just comes out of nowhere, and then you get plastered.
Or video game logic is that she can't run through the spikes, but she can walk through them, and it won't kill her. So what's up with that? Or I can't tell you how many times I'd watch my sister, and she'd be running down a hill away from the boulder, and it'd be like a ledge right here or something, and she'd jump, but she wouldn't grab it, so she'd hit it, and then she'd fall, and then she'd get run over. Like, so many times.
Okay, what's next? What is, like, what is the one item you would add to the Croft outfit? I'm pretty sure they added, like, almost everything in the Rise of the Tomb Raider. You've got the little glow stick and the knife now, tactical blade. That's a hard one, because everybody's always like, I don't know.
Well, I'm absolutely in love with the fact that she has dual
axes.
Dual axes. Like, I'm so excited about that, because I get up to just be like, you know, like, I'm really excited. And axes. She has a knife. She has flares.
Yeah, she has like one of those things you break and like a chemical reaction.
She has a knife. I'm trying to think, like, what's Tomb Raider, because they added the bow. Like, she does archery now. She has knives. If she had, like, I miss the backpack.
Yeah, me too.
I miss the backpack. Like, I love that she has stuff on her belt, but I kind of miss it. Like, I know that in the old games it covers how she got the backpack when she's, like, with her pigtails, super cute. And she's just, like, army crawling, and then she's like, ooh, backpack. She, like, grabs it off a skeleton. Like, I don't know what kid goes around doing that, but you know, that's how she got the backpack. But, I miss the backpack, because...
Definitely. That's a good answer. Nobody ever said the backpack.
Really? She has all the weapons she needs. Like, I don't know, like, she's gone through every single gun, so... you know?
Next question, who takes your photos and what kind of equipment do you use?
I don't have any specific person that takes my photos. a lot of the time, all my photos are generally taken at the cons that I go to.
Mm-hmm.
I have so many like photographer friends that like I'm literally known like as the Tomb Raider girl. Like I'll be in other cosplays and people will be like, "Oh, you do Lara," and I'm like, "Yeah, I do." Like recognize me type of a thing. Like even though I look completely different, like even people who see me normal, like I'll just be like ghosting a con or like incognito, and people are like, "Oh, you're that Lara cosplayer." I'm like, "Yeah." Like I need to walk away type of a thing, but I guess the closest I have to like a personal photographer, and I hope if she sees this, Sydney, I'm not saying like you're my slave or anything, I love you, but she's probably like the closest to my personal photographer because you know, she'll just be like, "Hey, let's go do a shoot," and I'm like, "Okay, you know, sure." But she uses, I think it's a Nikon. I don't know. It's a fancy camera. It's not like a point and shoot.
Like a SLR. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Like an SLR, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely the one that she uses it, and then she'll go on and edit where she needs to and stuff like that. She's really tech savvy like that. But yeah, I've been in photo shoots where like people don't have like the lighting thing or like a reflector, and I'm just over here like, okay, you know, that's fancy. So. You know.
I know, right? It's like when they were taking pictures of us at PAX, I was like, oh my god, they've got like, this guy has like a big light bulb flash like above his camera that looks like this big, and it's like just so fancy. It's gonna show my pores.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Some of them, a lot of photographers are really cool. Like if you have like a blemish or anything like that, they're like fixed. Like it's no problem really.
I hope they did fix. You know, I'm praying they do. What is your dream Lara Croft costume that you are like striving to make?
The newest one.
Yeah.
Definitely. I'm a big follower of Jen Croft on Facebook, and she keeps posting these tutorials and stuff for all of it. And I'm like, I need to make this now, but like I'm so OCD about detail and just like every little thing that like I'm to the point where if I can't make it exactly like that or to that standard, like I don't want to make it. I'm like it has to be like that.
Yeah,
So.
I've been telling people to hold off on making the red outfit because all we have is just screenshots with placeholders in them, you know?
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, just hold off on that because the green outfit that's been released from Game Informer, they promised that that's what it looks like in this game. But the red outfit is all placeholders and just probably not the final product, so I'm like, just please hold off. This is really expensive equipment, so you don't want to buy the wrong thing.
Yeah, that's definitely how it is, and like my whole thing is like if you can't buy it, make it. So I couldn't find the watch, I couldn't buy it. I'm improv. I made it.
You have to make. We don't have a tutorial for that watch, so if you feel like it, show them. Yeah, show them how you made it.
It's a cap from Walmart. Like that's.
I'm a tutorial whore.
Oh, something, and then like I didn't bring it, but my arrow thing, like for the quiver, I made that out of a pair of pants. Like
that's
literally,
awesome.
I needed to make it, and I took a pair of my old pants, I cut the pant leg, I made a mold of my leg, like I wrapped big paper on my leg, I covered it in red duct tape, I cut it off, I like, taped it back together, and then I put my pants over it, I like tucked it in, and then I painted it like how I needed it to do, and I wrapped string around it, and it just totally worked.
Perfect.
Pants.
See, that's resourcefulness. That's another quality that Lara has.
It works.
Ooh, random crow in the background. Hi. Mine. Do you have any advice for first-time cosplayers?
Yes. I'm trying to sound wise when I say this. Let me see. Doesn't matter if you're black, you're white, you're Mexican, you're albino, do it. If you want to cosplay Lara, you can cosplay Lara. Does not matter. Just, you know, and just cosplay in general. Anybody can cosplay. Like, oh my gosh, Kate, Kate, Sky, Rihanna, like,
Yeah, Kate's like,
I love her so much because you know what? She does it. She goes out and she does it, and I love, like, I have the utmost respect for her. Like, if you're gonna cosplay, just do it, have fun about it. And there are gonna be people out there, they're gonna say mean things, and you know, some people, like, I've had people look at me and they're like, you wear too much makeup, or your hair's too red, and I'm like, you know what, I'm not, like, I love Laura, but I love my hair, I'm not gonna dye my hair. Like, if I have to like, dye it to make it darker, I'm like, okay, you know, I'll do that, but you know, I can only do so much as to what my body lets me do it, and you know, I'm okay with that. So just do it and have fun. Cosplaying is about having fun. Just have fun. That's all you need.
That's actually a very good point, and I've actually never really made a point of this, but we have blonde Laras, we have black Laras, we have Asian, Indian, Chinese, anything. We have all races of Lara Croft, and we even have transgender Lara Crofts. We have male versions.
Like, I'm like, dang, guy, like, oh my gosh, that is really, really cool.
Yeah.
Like, and I know a lot of people, and like, I've had people comment on, like I'll be like looking at pictures and my friends will be like, ew, he's wearing shorts, ew, he's wearing tank top. I'm like, hey, if you're gonna gender bend something, it's how you see it. Like, do it however you want. Like, I've seen Laras who wear like long pants, and then I've seen the guy Laras who just have like a brown t-shirt. Like, I had a guy recently who was on my Facebook page, and he messaged me and he's like, I want to do Laura. Like, he had like a normal blue t-shirt and then he wore a white t-shirt under it and he ripped it up and he asked me about like dirt and stuff like that. And then he like a month later he sent me a picture and it was him with a whole bunch of other Lauras and he's like, thank you so much. And I was like, go, like, props to you, man, like, you're awesome.
That's awesome. And it's just such a worldwide phenomenon, and it feels like Lara Croft, Tomb Raider cosplay especially, has absolutely no boundaries, which is fantastic. There's no standard of beauty or anything like that. It's like males, females, like whatever, you know. However the person sees themselves, if it's a male that sees himself as a female, you know, he still is welcome in the community, and it's just such a beautiful thing, you know.
And that's the thing. It doesn't matter if, you know, you weigh 90 pounds. It doesn't matter if you weigh 300 pounds. If you want to cosplay Lara, like, you go, like, do it, because there's no set boundary to cosplay. Anybody can cosplay. That's the thing.
We try very, very hard to protect that, you know, as in, like, you have, like, in the community you feel safe. Most people don't even know that I work, like, in the background like a ghost. On Facebook, on Twitter, if somebody says a negative thing about someone, within the first 10 seconds it's said, it's been deleted, because I want to protect them. I don't want them to see it, you know. It doesn't matter if, you know, it doesn't matter if the person who wrote the message is pissed. They have freedom of speech. They can say whatever they want about, like, the Xbox PS4 wars or anything like that. But if you attack a person and say this person is ugly or fat, I'm gonna come after you, ban you, and that's it. You know?
Yeah, that's not okay. Like, we as a community, especially, like, I mean, cosplay in general, but us Tomb Raider cosplays, like, we're a big group and we look out for each other because Lara is such a big idol, and she's, you know, it's so hard to do her cosplay because the way that she does look, and a lot of people are like, that deters a lot of people because they're like, well, she's so skinny and she's so fit and she, you know, she does that. Like, I mean, like, just because she's like that doesn't mean that you can't be her. Anybody can be Lara Croft. Like, I saw somebody dress their dog up as Lara Croft one time. I was so happy because I was like, yes, I want that.
It's official now. She transcends species too.
Lara Croft. It totally works.
Awesome. And finally, is there anything you want to share with our audience? Like, anything else you want to say? Anything you want to share? Like your official pages and all that. Like, it could be anything.
I feel weird being like, go to my page, go like my page. But if you want to follow my photos and like what I do, like, I don't post as much as I'd like to, but because I have a lot going on right now. Like, I'm actually going to be, if you are in California, for anybody who's watching this, if you're in Southern California, because that's where I am, there's an event May 9th in Redlands. It's a free, like, comic book day. It's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Day, like, that's the official, but they're letting all cosplayers come, and I was actually asked to be a cosplay judge, and like for a contest, so like little kids contest and adult contest, and that, and then I also am gonna have my own booth, and I'm gonna do something that I've never done before, but people are asking me to sell prints, so like I'm gonna be selling prints, and that's new, so I'm excited. But my Facebook page is Tomb Raider 2013 Cosplay. I know people are like, why that? Because when I first started cosplaying, I didn't know if I was going to cosplay anybody else, and so it's Tomb Raider, and then the year the new game came out. I should probably change that, but for now I'm not.
I think you can. If it's a personal page, you can request it to have it changed, but you know.
After so many likes, like you're not allowed to, and I think I have like, I think I just hit 1,800 likes, and I was like, oh my gosh, like so excited. But that's my Facebook, and then if you have Instagram, Saylum, Saylum, just
for them right there, like when I edit the video.
Yeah, I used to have a separate account which was Tomb Raider 2013 Cosplay. Like, that was my Instagram too. But a lot of people found my personal account, and then they just stuck with my personal account. So that's
amazing how they could do that, right?
Right? Yeah. So it's become my personal one, and you know what? I'm about to get a little bit sentimental. I love the Tomb Raider community, and I love the cosplayers, and thank you, Sarah, because you did this website, you made everything possible, like your tutorials, like you have a heart of gold, girl, because you brought all of this together, and then, you know, people like Jen and Megan Marie and like all those cosplayers all over the place, like you guys are amazing, and you've inspired me to want to do my best. So thank you.
That is so sweet, and you have no idea how much it means to me. It's like, it's worth to me more than gold when I hear someone say that, you know, the website helped them and stuff like that. So thank you. So Miranda, thanks so much for sitting down with us and for you know, interviewing. It was pretty awesome. Like, you know, I'm gonna edit this later and put all your pictures up so people can see what we were talking about. And so yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Seriously, I'm like, oh my gosh, I gotta talk to Sarah. Like, I'm so happy. So thank you so much, and yeah, bye.